based mechanism like WTO. What it said, if a country is having trade surplus through non-tariff measures or certain other restrictive policies, it has to compensate other countries. And look at 1947-48, it is only US who enjoyed trade and we got gagged. Point two, if we try to look at what President Trump did in his first term, locking the jurists for WTO appellate body. And it was held that he's trying to do something with China, the trade war, and he's blocking the jurists, maybe as a result of which we cannot punish America as a defaulter in the WTO mechanism. He came back. Did he correct that? No. So there is no systemic difference between what the Republicans and Democrats are going to do. As far as their broad out is concerned, okay, we can talk about environmental standard, labor standard, there can be a perceived difference, but otherwise not. So from that respect, I think US intervention in today's context, what we say, it's far louder than what it used to be earlier, but it's not a major diversion. Point two, why President Trump at this point creating this form of uh, problems to the system, I will put that to one success of WTO and one failure of WTO. The success is the dispute settlement. What I said in Trump 1, President Trump already addressed. The idea is, if you look at the number of cases in which America lost as a respondent, you will find America's defeat is now maximum in the world. So anytime they're coming out with a
to create new pathways for migration and mobility for citizens, to identify new jobs by entering into migration and mobility partnership agreements with many countries, and most of these are with European countries. The idea was to project India as a skill capital so that people could look at India, but that is still a work in progress, but nevertheless a very interesting topic to discuss further. Um, Lastly, we come to the final speaker. Uh, Friends, we are all sitting in this beautiful city of Hyderabad. I'm a Hyderabadi too, where we have all gathered today. This was established in 1591 by Muhammad Quli Qutub Shah, the fifth ruler of the Qutub Shahi dynasty, making the city 434 years old as we speak. The city was historically referred to as the Farkunda Bunyad, a Persian phrase meaning fortunate foundation, suggesting that the city was envisioned as a prosperous and blessed beginning. This name likely symbolized the hope and optimism for the city's future as a thriving urban center. Today, Hyderabad is widely recognized as one of the most business friendly cities in India. It boasts modern infrastructure, including excellent transport network, reliable connectivity, and amenities like the high-tech city, knowledge city, and the pharma city. The city excels in IT, pharmaceuticals, biotech, attracting both domestic and foreign investors. But still, some questions emerge. How can urban planning in Hyderabad move beyond a city-centric developmental model to prioritize regional and ecological balance? How can the city leverage its economic strengths to invest in and promote green infrastructure and sustainable industries? To answer all these questions, let me invite you, ma'am, Ms. Arsha Sai, to give your presentation. Over to you.
I want to begin by thanking Professor Amarullah and CDTP for having me here today. The spatial production influenced by dictates of global trade and aid in terms of financial and technological capacity in the service of global economy is a pan-Indian phenomenon. However, Hyderabad is one of the earlier sites to get inducted into the global circuit of capital as an experimental city transformed by foreign aid to be a model of growth for other cities in the developing world. The uneven and unregulated growth of such aspiring cities is that spatial production follows this restructuring with the creation of informational, industrial, and innovation economies. The information economy is shaped to plan development of high technology clusters of companies and investors, supported by universities and research and development facilities that manifest in business and IT parks, featuring well-designed buildings in campus-like environments. Examples being financial district, knowledge city, etc. The industrial economy is horizontally spread. Places of
Periodically talk about renegotiation of some of the tariffs, the way during the Biden presidency, US talked about resetting the tariff. Now, we have not done that yet, but it is very much in the agenda. Also, we look at India entered into FTA with Japan and South Korea. Now, when we negotiated the RCEP, the trade agreement involving 15 partners, ASEAN, Japan, South Korea, Australia, New Zealand, and China, we spent lots of negotiating capital, actual capital, and time negotiating from 2013 to 2019. Then we moved out of that because we realized we cannot really give preferences to China, which will actually kill a number of industries, and of course, apples and other agricultural dairy sector for imports from Australia was cited. Later, we entered into a trade agreement with UAE, again relatively high cost and with a degree of limitation in the production basket. And let's see if the FTA with America comes out. Now, to conclude on that, with Europe, for instance, which is going to be a capital-intensive market, but yet, if we look at the erstwhile East European countries who are now part of the EU trade bloc, they kind of complement the capabilities of Germany and France. We have seen in the last couple of years, Germany invested a lot in very many sectors, in Bulgaria, Romania, Hungary. So, if EU entered into FTA with India, whether investment will come to India in a wide array of manufacturing segment, given their existing investments in East European countries, is a, I think, very important research question, and I don't have sufficient data to give a conclusive remark on that, but I think there is a reason to be concerned about. Second thing is, when we talk about
Leave for the mosque at around 1:20. The rest of you can have lunch and we will meet around at 2:10 again.